The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
They go play action with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
The score, Falcons 7, Saints nothing. Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Kamara, the ball.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Falcons' 48-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
The 32-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Saints nothing.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's just going to this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
20-yard line.
On the ground, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Lining up for the
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
for New Orleans.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. A slant to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Complete to
Todd Gurley. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Kamara, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
On the tackle. A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Play action. Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Saints 7.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you. Try and score when given the opportunity.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And these guys have got it back in the closing stages of the 1st half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives to Gurley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
For the point after.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons grab it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
35, Saints 7. Sterling Hoff.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. To the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons add on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
5 brings up 3rd and 5.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 22, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
And he certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And as they come to the line. They will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second and goal, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Again, it's Kamara. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Murray. And a short gain down to about the 33. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run. This is Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff as they run the counter play.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A stop by Marcus Davenport.
So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.